Hello, how y'all doing? The title of this video is Think, Black Men, Think. You know, it is a constant frustration with me on how black men just don't have any thinking skills. Now, I noticed it probably about 13. Now, look, I remember when I was 13, no, I was about 12. This very light-skinned black guy with green eyes, he starts dating this person, this other child that I knew, and she was black as cold and ugly. And dirt poor. I didn't even understand that at all on any level. But they end up together off and on for probably the next 10, 15 years. Okay. But they never married. They just had 2 children together. But see, I never understood that relationship. All I could think of is that because her father had just died, or because her father had died, here he comes. But I never did understand the connection. He was light-skinned, green eyes. He thought he was handsome. And he started going with, that's what we used to call it, dating a girl his age. And she was black as cold and ugly and had hair about like this. Now, I didn't understand that relationship on any level. Maybe because he did seem to love her, sort of. But maybe he thought, well, she's easy pickings now, especially now that her father is gone. Okay, but anyway. Black men have no thinking skills. I started noticing, look, even at that age, 12, 13, and it really is frustrating. By the time I was 16, it was just, I found it very frustrating that black men just don't have any thinking skills. I have seen it all my life. I see it now. They don't have any thinking skills or common sense when they're young. They don't have any thinking skills when they're old. And look, all you got to do is ask the Lord. All black men has to do is say, Lord, I'm stupid. I don't have any common sense. Will you please give me some common sense? But the black man just has no thinking skills whatsoever. They do not think 5 minutes into the future, 10 minutes into the future. Now, actually, I made another video about this. If you had watched, I made the same video, a similar video some time ago. They don't think, you talk about, they always say we should have long-term goals and short-term goals, okay? Long-term, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor, blah, blah, blah. But where's my short-term goal? In other words, how am I going to get to my long-term goal? Well, I have to go to work, blah, blah, blah. But they don't do that. They don't even have long-term goals and short-term goals. That's a foreign concept. They can't even think 5 minutes into the future, 10 minutes into the future. And this next generation is far worse. Now, it could have come from slavery, you know, where the white man did all the thinking for the black man. He chose his house. He chose his food. He chose the woman who he's going to sleep with. He chose the name of their children. He had no decision-making capability. So maybe that stupidness is just up to now. It's just passed on to this generation. I mean, how stupid it is for a 12-year-old to get in with another crowd of another stupid black men, go carjack an owner. Go carjack a car. The 12-year-old is driving the car. He don't even know how to drive a car. He's driving the car. So he gets in a gunfight with the owner and he's dead. The owner shoots him and he's dead. See, he didn't know the owner had a gun. So 12-year-old's dead, gone to hell. Because he's of the age to discern good and evil, 12 years old. So God's going to hold him accountable for that sin of stealing that car. And look, look at the other 15, 16-year-old black men. They're going to steal a car. They like the car. They're going to steal it. So what are they going to do? They're going to kill the owner and make off with the car. And look, they're never going to see daylight again. They're going to be in jail for the next 25, 30 years. By the time they get out, they'll be almost senior citizens. I mean, if you think about the charge of carjacking, plus the charge of first-degree murder, and then robbery tacked onto that, that's probably 50 years. I mean, by the time they get out of prison, they'll be in their 60s and 70s, okay? Why are black men stupid when they're young? They're stupid when they're old. Just no sense at all. I mean, I've seen it too much. It has nothing to do with the educational level, because I've seen people who so-called, when I was in college, I've seen people, black men who so-called make the dean's list, but they don't have any common sense. Don't have no sense. And so what are they doing in college? I don't know. None. They just don't think 5 minutes into the future. What's the consequences? If I go rob, if he goes rob a jewelry store, what are the consequences? Will he live to tell about it? He's not thinking. The black man who tried to rob everybody in that Mexican restaurant, He didn't even get out alive. He didn't even get out alive. That white man shot him dead. He's dead and gone to hell. See, he just got out of prison sometime before, so he had no sense. He didn't have any sense before he went to prison. Didn't he have any common sense at prison? And didn't have any common sense when he got out of prison. That's dumb and stupid. And these black women are raising plenty of young black males who can't think, don't think, won't think 5 minutes into the future. Look, 12-year-old gets into it because he stole the man's car. He gets into a gunfight with the owner. What does the mother say? Well, he was running with the wrong crowd. Well, she can stop it. He's 12 years old. She still has jurisdiction over him. And she could have stopped that from him running with the wrong crowd. A 12-year-old shoots a 28-year-old black man. Why? Drug deal. See, that's a parent problem. What in the world? Why are you allowing your 12-year-old to run with somebody that old, and why you allow him to deal narcotics? See, these black women are raising. I mean, this next generation of black men, they're going to be wreaking all kinds of havoc in the city. They already wreaking havoc. 12 years old, 15 years old, carjacking, first-degree murder. A 12-year-old shooting a 17-year-old because he doesn't like him. Okay, see, these mothers are raising derelict children. Okay, their mothers are raising derelict children. But look, black men don't have any sense when they're old either. 68 years old, DUI. Now, at 68, you're too old to commit crime, aren't you? Oh, how about another 60-some-year-old man? Petty theft at a convenience store. Aren't you too old? You just got out of prison for having a lifetime of stealing and robbing. You didn't learn nothing, did you? So you're in your late 60s, you go out and rob a convenience store. Okay. A young black man wants a fine car, so they go kill the owner to get the car. Now they go spend the rest of their life in jail. They're going to send him to juvenile first, and they're going to when he turns 18, transfer him from juvenile to the big league, to the big boys. The black man has no thinking skills. And you know what? You black men are telling the world that you don't have any thinking skills. You're telling the world, you're letting the world know you're dumb and stupid. You go shoot a gun in the air somewhere, and it kills a black woman in her 50s. And she's just in her car, because you want to shoot a gun somewhere. You're shooting children. You're letting the world know that you don't have any thinking skills. It's not like you're in secret. You're very secretive about it. Okay, y'all, I'm going to admit I don't have any thinking skills. I don't know. I mean, personally, if I don't understand in something, I don't let anybody know about it. I mean, if I don't understand a concept, for example, if somebody tried to explain, E equals MC squared by that formula by Einstein, I'm not going to pretend that I know what he's talking about. But I don't voice it to the world. I don't go on YouTube or Facebook and tell everybody I don't know what this means. But you black men, y'all letting the world know that y'all don't have any thinking skills. You can't think 5 minutes into the future. You can't think 10 minutes into the future. Okay, you go rob an Asian, you get $600, and then you shoot the Asian dead. How ignorant is that? That's ignorant. Are you going to kill a man over $600, which you could have got just by working every day? You could have got that anyway. But, just no thinking skills. Look, you black man, and I don't care who doesn't like it, you don't have any thinking skills when you're young, and you don't have any thinking skills when you're old. You don't think things through. You don't think 5 minutes into the future. What's going to be the consequence if I do this? What's going to be the consequence if I do that? Maybe I shouldn't. Why would you even associate with somebody who wants to kill you, who hates you enough to kill you? These black men just dying like flies in the street. Well, why are you associated with somebody who hates you enough to kill you? I mean, look, I hung around some losers when I was 13. They were losers. So when you hang around a loser, then you're going to be a loser too. So I hung around losers. They probably did hate me enough to kill me. If there were weapons at that particular time. At that particular time, there were no weapons that we could see. So why would you hang around somebody Why would you hang around somebody who hates you enough to kill you? I don't understand you black men. You go out there, you get out of prison, a year later you're dead in the street. Why? Because you hanging around, you're still in the street, you're hanging around somebody who hates you enough to kill you. So that you dead, gone to hell, bye. That's it. You know, no more second chances. I just don't understand you black men. Why don't you have any thinking skills? Will you please get some thinking skills? When you try to think at least 5-10 minutes into the future, no thinking skills. You don't want this, you get killed to get it. You want a car, you go kill to get it. You want that junk jewelry from the jewelry store, you go kill to get it. Just junk made of glass. It's not even valuable jewelry, it's just junk. Junk from China, junk from Vietnam. And you go buy it. But if you can't buy it, you go buy that stupid bracelet for $200. If you can't buy it, you go steal it. Ignorant stuff. You don't have any thinking skills. And I don't care who likes it, who doesn't. You don't have any thinking skills. You can't think and you won't think, and you're not ever going to think 5 minutes into the future. Bye.